Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, from the streets of Nantes to the bright lights of Milan, I mean, from lifting Champions League trophies to conquering the world with France. Now, tonight we welcome not just a footballer, we welcome a colossus, I mean, a warrior, a history maker. And when Chelsea signed him, I mean, I go back to 1998. You know, the football world stopped and they stared. A true global superstar at the peak of his powers. Now, fresh off European glory with AC Milan, and with just weeks later, he was crowned world champion. World champion with France. They called him Le Roc. I don't know how to say that in French, but Le Roc is what they called him because nothing got past this man, a defensive general who ruled the back alongside the likes of Frank Leboeuf, delivered the FA Cup glory at Stamford Bridge, and also helping shape a young leader by the name of John Terry. Now, a man who's lifted the Champions League with two different clubs. Imagine that, two different clubs, Champions League, collected over 100 caps for France, etching his name among football's immortals. Centre-back, midfield enforcer, champion of Europe, champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, football royalty has entered the building. Marcel Desailly.
Hello, everyone. Yes, you are. By doing that with my CV, you are boosting my ego. So it's sweet. It's sweet. You forgot some couple of good. You forgot Confederation Cup.
Yes, tell me more.
Twice. You forgot a couple of it. Yeah.
That
Three
means
times finalist of the Champions League.
you have to write a book then.
I did actually a book in 2002. You know.
Yeah.
And it was good because I'm French but origin Ghanaian. I'm born in Ghana.
Accra.
So it was a real opportunity for me to explain how I've handled my double culture, being a soccer player, being a part of the French national team. It was quite good to share a little bit my life.
Because not too many people know that. I mean, they just know your roots with Nantes, and then you being the Frenchman that you are, playing for the national team, winning the World Cup, lifting the trophy. But you think very highly and I understand, because home is rooted in Accra, Ghana. Yeah. How important is it to maintain your roots?
How long do we have this evening?
You got the whole night.
Because it's long to explain the story. But no, first of all, yes, I came in France. I was 4 years old, so I came straight away into the system with my stepfather, which was the ambassador of France in Ghana, who was having his retirement time back in Europe. So he brought my mother and myself back in France. So yes, I had to cope with the element that I arrived in as an African. I was young, I was 4. So I went into the football process, even though my father didn't want me to play football back in the days. He wanted me to study, which I studied to a certain level where I said, no, I'm sure I'm going to be professional. So
tell me about those studies. What did you intend doing if it wasn't going to be for football?
No, I never had the time really to specify on what really I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I could have been an engineer, I could have been a chef, patisserie, dessert. But no, football have captured me. From under 15, I was in the national team already for France. Under 17, 19 years old, there were a category for the 21 also, yes. And after I went so I didn't really have the time to experience. So for the parents who are listening or the kids who wants to be a soccer player, it's good to remind them that education is key for normal life, but it's key for football, because after football you have to also to experience other things, and it's the starting of the life. I retired, I was 36 years old. I won the Qatar League in 2004, 2005.
Yes.
And then you didn't forget it.
Your CV is too long, Marcel. I mean, we need to be here for the whole night.
My ego. Oh, my body is shaking. So I retired in 2006. So I was 36 years old. So you have to now have the second part of your life.
Yes.
So in fact, sorry to take all the attention.
No. This is your show.
I play football for 20 years. From 1986, I was 18 years old, to 2006. 36 years old, and now we are in 2026, 20 years that on my after football, which is just amazing, those stats.
I mean, what a vibrant start to a show. How do we kickstart a show like this with the ever vibrant Marcel Desailly? I had the honor of working with this man in 2010 for the FIFA World Cup. We worked together at SuperSport. He came to the radio show back in the days with the public broadcaster, and it was such an honor to see him this morning. And we shared, beautiful. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I forced to come to SuperSport back in the days because they still have, a good expertise in football. But I wanted to work on African Cup of Nations because, after my football, I wanted to give back. In fact, I live in Ghana now. I've invested in Ghana on a couple of different investments, different type hospitality, estate, and also some sport infrastructure to boost a little bit the interest of sport for everyone. It's good for health, it's good for many things. Now we are into football, so it's the World Cup, it's the passion, it's the
that's
belief.
Exactly what we're going to chat about when we come back from the break. Marcel Desailly, ladies and gentlemen, this is no hoax. This is no April Fool's joke. He is here seated very comfortably. He's had a busy day, shaking hands with presidents, holding to that trophy. He's the only one who's been allowed to because he's a former World Cup champion. So you're not allowed to touch this trophy. Only the heads of states, people who have won it, those are the people who are allowed to touch the trophy. Otherwise, you pose next to it and you smile and the trophy smiles back. So don't go anywhere. Marcel Desailly, my guest tonight on The Legend Show. I think as we were heading into the break, Marcel, you were talking about growing up in Ghana, you having businesses in Ghana, investing in Ghana. But when you then lived in France, tell me about some of the major cultural differences that you were experiencing. Yes, you were 4 years old when you left, so you might not remember much. But what do you think now as an older person those cultural differences would have been?
No, but at the time I did not, feel those differences. I was inside the system, even though I could see that people was looking at me a bit differently. But I fit into the system quite easily because I adapt myself to the system. You see, sometimes you need also to adapt yourself to the system, to enter into the system. So now I'm grown up now. I think I'm getting to 60 years old. Can you imagine?
You look young still, eh?
Yeah, Robert, you are younger than me, so far younger. So no, I had to step back. But that's why on my second life, I would say after football, it was important for me to have a different experience. You see, it's true that when I was in France, until you discover that I am Marcel Desailly, maybe the body language, the behavior, and how I had to introduce myself into the community, into public places and everything, is a bit special, you understand? Until they discover it's me, then suddenly the magic appears. So, but I wanted to see it the other way around, where I wanted to be with my community in Africa, roam around the world, and promote football. I have the opportunity to be one of the legends for FIFA, which you've named very well, the FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour. Was a great by Coca-Cola, obviously, but it was a great opportunity for me to continue to promote, even though I'm in Ghana. And I do my own things there. I continue to promote football because I think that we still have a lot to grab into the attention on football. South Africa is very passionate about football. I'm very pleased about it. But we need more. We need them to perform more and expose football on a higher scale.
Talking about South Africa, let's go back to 1998 because we were so excited. It's our first major move into the world stage. We had come back from isolation. FIFA had gotten us back into the world stage, and we were excited. As a football-loving nation, we were very excited. We had to face you in the opening match, obviously, and you were in the forefront of that. Marcel, what were you? I mean, to be honest with us, what were your expectations? Here's this South Africa. What did you expect? These superstars lining up in the French squad. What did you expect out of that match?
For us, I've discovered a lot, for that first game because we were really under pressure. Even though most of the players in the squad, Lizarazu played Bayern Munich, Laurent Blanc, Manchester United, Djorkaeff, Inter Milan, myself, AC Milan, and many more. But so we were used to go to important events, but World Cup was in front something very, very, very special. So, in fact, South Africa team have helped us a lot. We were so tense, so lost into the system. And I remember when, the tunnel before the match, before you entered, we had all the South African team singing. So we could hear them singing in their dressing room. In our dressing room, it was silence. Everybody was under pressure. And it's only when we came out and see them to continue to sing, then suddenly they've released the pressure out of me.
Wow.
Because of the team have helped me to be able to perform on a higher scale.
And the rhythm and the beat that was going on,
it was
you were
beautiful.
part of it. Although you're not South African, yes.
Football is celebration. It's it belongs to everyone. So it was an amazing experience. A confusion on emotions.
Yes.
The pressure of being
the host
nation, and at the same time seeing a team that was coming with no fear, ready for the battle. But they were sharing their happiness to be there and proud to be Africans.
Were you at any stage worried in the game that, these guys obviously very skillful, maybe technically not that well adept? It's a big stage even for South Africans to be playing in front of the world like that. Were you at any stage worried? What was the halftime chat like?
Yeah, the magic of football is that you never know what can happen. It's not like other sport. Eventually, allow me to say it,
yes.
Rugby or basketball. For football, even if you look better, if you are statistically a better team, you are not having the obligation to win. You can also, so when you are not able to perform from the first minute, you start to worry, and eventually, so luckily Dugarry, I think second half, has been able to score that first goal, who leaded to many more. So it's good, but we were scared at halftime. We were really scared.
But we even helped you though, because they gave you a couple of own goals as well, hey? From a Frenchman.
Yes. I think Fish, no, score his own.
It was Pierre Issa.
Issa, okay, Issa.
Yes.
Issa back in the day. So so they've helped us a little bit. So that's why we were together, a few hours ago, and I was saying for South Africa to start the competition, they need to transpose that stress, that whatever comes into their system, as the president say, 62 millions of people are watching you. Don't have the fear. Go for happiness. Go for victory. Go for confidence.
Does it make you happy though that now with this expanded World Cup over, Mexico, Canada, USA, that it's also a happier hunting ground for the African continent, who for so long, Marcel, has been sitting in just in 5 spots?
Yeah, so 5 teams, now 9 teams.
Obviously, depends what happens with the DR Congo as well in the prelims. Yes.
So they've opened up finally. It means that FIFA hear what people are asking for. FIFA try to give all the the lower team, lower nation, an approach and a possibility to experience the high level, for them also to grow. At the same time, UEFA have done the same thing to try and give opportunity for the lower team to experience the highest level, to raise in general the level of the football. So it's good. More African team. So the start is past World Cup, Morocco managed to reach the semi-final. Yes. 2010, we had Ghana, Asamoah Gyan, 90th minute. Remind our friends who are listening what happened.
Have you forgiven him?
No.
Have you told him that you have not forgiven him?
No, but he knows. He knows. I've seen him a couple of times, and he knows by my eyes, my body language, that come on, you could have made Ghana more proud and Africa more proud over that little technical, gesture.
We saw.
So Morocco, just to say, Morocco has been past World Cup, the first African team to reach the semi-final. So now we are expecting who is next.
What are you expecting after you would have watched? And we chatted about the Africa Cup of Nations. What shows you promise? I mean, we've seen the Senegals, African champions right now. What stands out for you?
Do you want me to tell the truth?
I want the truth. I expect nothing but the truth.
The truth that for African team, you need to have a squad. You need to have 2 to 3 top players who are first choice in Europe, in the system. And you need to have also a couple of 6, 7, 8 players who are also first choice in other clubs, but midfielder, defender, goalkeepers, for you to be able to handle the pressure of the competition. World Cup is something very special.
Yes.
You might maybe qualify, but round of 16, a quarter-final, semi-final, you need to be able to absorb the adrenaline, the acidity that comes out of your body on reaching that level of the competition, to be able to continue to perform. So if most of your players have not been able to face and experience that high level, this is where the drops comes. So I'm quite confident because when I look at most of the African team, the Cameroon, the Senegal, the Moroccan, even the Algerian, they have that potential of numbers of players into one squad to be able to make it to the next level at a real top level.
I thought you were about to tell me a prediction of who you think from the African continent can surpass what Morocco did in the semi-final spot.
Yes, I still have that's why we love the game. I mean, we don't joke with South Africa, but you never know. Any African team can perform and be the team that lead for a World Cup final. I will not say winning, but just let's go
into a final.
To get into a final, to see the colors of the country, the culture, the fans. So why not? Yeah, it's now we believe that FIFA really have opened up to the African continent for them to be able to raise their flag.
All right, you got a voice note that's come through, so
Rob,
let's listen.
The legend, Rob, you are taking us back to 1998 World Cup. Barthez, Thuram, Lebov, Desailly, Lizarazu, Deschamps, Emmanuel Petit, Zinedine Zidane, Christian Karambo, Djukaev. For me, Rob, Marcel Desailly is one of the greatest players of his generation. He is amongst the greatest defenders in the history of the sport, and his leadership style was remarkable. But I want to find out from you, Marcel, given that France last won the World Cup in 2018, what is missing in the current generation of French players compared to the team that you played for in the 1998 squad? Thank you so much.
No, but there's nothing missing. What are you talking about, sir? 1998, we showed the way. We created a foundation with players from different origin all together at the same time. They've been able to perform. We had like a long way where a lot of coaches have come and the philosophy was not correct. The commitment of the players was not correct until Deschamps came in 2016, where they reached the final of the Euro, which Portugal won it. But he created a team, and luckily he had the leaders of the team, even though they were young, like Mbappe and others, the Pogba. He's been very smart on adjusting tactically the French squad to be able to go to success again. We had the same thing. 1996, we fell. So there's all the time a bad for a good. 1996 we fell, 1998 we won. For France, 2016 they fell in final against Portugal, home soil, but 2018 they won. Nobody was expecting them. And 2022, please, sir, amazing, they reached the final. Probably the best final of the history of football. I love also the final in 1978 in Argentina. It was Argentina versus Holland, I think. Amazing also. Mario Kempes. It's far, I know it's far. Yes. Google, you will see how it was. An amazing final. Same level of the final that we see today in the modern football. So I believe that France, even when Deschamps, if they win or no win, when Deschamps will leave the national team, if it's Zidane coming up, you see the numbers of players that are into the system to give, a future to the French team.
All right, so just checking around, I think we're going to be losing you as far as the conversation is concerned. Marcel Desailly, a man, AC Milan, Chelsea, he made it happen. World Cup winner, currently in South Africa, sitting with us here in Sandton at the FIFA World Cup 26 trophy tour. Is there any final message that you would want to say to South Africans, you being back here on the continent and in the country?
I thought you were going to ask me which one of my trophy
I don't know.
Is the highest.
I'm being told I have to let you go. So what
I will answer you. Yeah. Oh, it's like you asking me to choose between one of my child. You see? So no, but look, no, football is football. You have to get the belief. South Africa is qualified to bring unity, into the country, a real motivation, everybody behind the team. As I said, the team really have to prepare well, to be effective straight away from the beginning. The first match, the second match, to have that confidence to eventually hope that they can go to the second stage. And I would say to the youngest, continue to study strongly, to have the key for the parents to give you access to sport. It's the other way around. You work well and then from there you have access to sport, and eventually your dream can come true. I've never expected that I was going to be a World Cup winner. I've watched Diego Armando Maradona in 1986 winning the World Cup. It was a dream, but I'd never say that it would come to me one day, and it has come. So I've worked hard from the academy, listening to the parents, so there is a belief.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the FIFA World Cup 2026 is... the winner of the World Cup.
Oh, the winner. If it's not France, it's Portugal. Is the idea to reward Cristiano Ronaldo. You see? Let's reward. We reward Messi. You know, who is not being compared at the same level of Diego Armando Maradona. He got it. Why Cristiano Ronaldo should not also get through the quality squad that they have? But I want France, and remember, don't start to say in the media, Marcel Desailly say Portugal should. No, France.
So France.
But Portugal could be a very nice, surprising team.
I respect you, sir. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marcel Desailly, ladies and gentlemen. I'll convince him one day to have a proper, thorough, full hour with us so we can really get to the nuts and bolts. He's a busy man. He's got plenty of appointments. He's got to be on stage pretty soon. The event is about to start. But guess what? We'll bring you front row seat every time.
#MSW. Robert Marawa. Live on 947.